game. It's the same one. now it has an Olaf, but kind of wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, except it's sort of round the other way, and you've switched bottom lanes and done some interesting stuff. But yeah, when you see the On and you see the Victor, you're thinking, we have some late game insurance. We're going to try and help Pyosik get as much priority as he can. The thing that I'm really scared of is that Damwon Kia have drafted beautifully for making sure Canyon has the best time he possibly can. And this team does this, right? They either have Canyon enabling his lanes or his lanes enable him. And it's sort of like this beautiful give and take that you can get in any one draft that comes through from Damwon Kia, showing that flexibility that they do have as a team. So look to see Damwon Kia try and get as much priority as they can and allow Canyon to go wherever he wants. And currently, he's a little bit further ahead than Pyosik as far as that initial clear. But it should get faster and faster for the Olaf as this game goes on. He's just gone and grabbed a pickaxe because that's cool. That's what he wants to get towards first. Is in goes Becca. There's the crash down. Ghost has to cleanse, but might have been a little bit too late as he has to flash out. Bao now flashing after him, and that's going to be first blood in the 2v2. Bao now in maybe a little bit of trouble, but the barrel is going to do absolutely nothing, and they're looking for the double kill. They don't quite get it, as now Beryl looking to turn it on its head. No one else is down here, of course, and it's a bit like Chovy. They just invent minions where minions don't necessarily exist, as Gravity Field's going to work out, but he's in the station when he wasn't invited. Pyosik moves on over, though, and Khan now finds himself in amongst two people, actually just going aggressive onto Sulka. Canyon's in position here, as now Pyosik trying to get this damage down, and remember, the flash was used aggressively, and that's going to mean that Khan is just dead without too much option. There's the flash over from Kingin, but it's a little bit unfortunate, and somehow Khan just kills Pyosik, so I guess maybe it was worth it. Showmaker now does still have his flash available from getting on in here, and maybe they found themselves a horse that they can take down. Khan just barely without his ultimate available, and Pyosik looking to try and get himself out of here. Even levels on the junglers, but no more support available here for DRX, and it is going to be a lockdown on the Rift Herald for Damwon Kia. A disaster for DRX in the end, as there's the Fate's call, but not enough to get Beryl through for the knock-up onto Sulka. He's going to be able to race his way out. He desperately just wants to keep up this pressure, as Canyon's going to come through and help him out, as, oh my god, Force of Will, not enough there onto Sulka, as Khan. He wants to try and grab this, but he's not going to be able to. Now Becca in trouble on the bottom side as they just drive all the way by. Khan just going to take a train between the two turrets.
When your mid laner is getting pressured so much, and it's just a continuation of small errors here as they try and go for a play on Ghost here.
Yeah, here's the face check as Ghost trying to hop his way out. Pyosik going to flash after him. The undertow. Cool Guy's not looking at the explosions is fantastic. As there's the Ornhorn. Beryl's just going to flash his way out as Khan. He's very beefy, but now he's by himself against 4 people under the turret. Flashes on over. He's buying as much time as he possibly can. The decimating smash is fantastic, and Beryl just barrels him to death. Becca now crashing on in once again as Khan is soaking all of the damage in the universe as Beryl's trying to catch up to Kingin, but unfortunately looks a bit silly as now the knockups come through, and that is the zombie Scion taken down.
Really?
I definitely should have, as there's a taxi, but Beryl does get a flash for free. That's real nice. As Becca dives on in, the Magnet Storm's here. Showmaker off to the side, pretty untouched, as the Rel is just taken down. Canyon trying to kite this one out. Good double knockup as he just quick draws away. In goes Bao towards the backside and does clean up Canyon. Flashes to get himself out, but the body slam is going to be there. Barrels are now coming through, and Showmaker grabs that kill for himself as he collects the double. Now Khan, basically unkillable here, as Showmaker gets a triple off the scat of the week. He still has flash, by the way, guys, as King and Searing Charge. It's not exactly the highest value for them, but we want to try and get to Soul Point as Becca's flashing on in with his Hex Flash. Not able to quite get the stun onto Canyon, who finds himself right in front of Bao, but the trade is still way better for Damwon Kia. Into the front line goes Khan, and he's basically unkillable. Ghost and Beryl chasing after this Kaiser as best they can, but Sulka's in the area, and they do manage to grab the Gragas. Showmaker over to the side. That is a brilliant stun to stop the continuation of that engage. Ghost looking for Sulka here, gets his control word into the brush, slows him down. with the rend, and now Ghost might be in a dicey position, trying to get out of the way of Kingen, and he is going to be able to do so somehow, some way. Khan zoning as best he can. Boost Thresh in the last game.
I remember
Becca
that.
had some similar plays as Pioshik diving onto Ghost here. He's got Ragnarok, but he just explodes. Goodbye. Showmaker gives him the thumbs up, and all agree as the train comes down. Gets the knock up as Decimating Smash is good onto Bao as well. Khan just immune to damage by the looks of things. Ghost not so lucky though as Solka locks down that kill. Bao into the backline. Beryl taking way too much damage, and DRX may have found something back. Khan, of course, not doing the damage himself, and now 1 versus 4. Not going to be having such a good time as finally Canyon gets here and starts to clean up. Khan still, I mean, he managed to disengage at exactly the right time, and Damwon Kia still pushing forward.
I don't know, Atlas. It doesn't matter. They're on the Baron.
Yep, well, the fight is going to start here as Bao
No way!
take it down, and Rel steals the Baron? What the hell is that? Becca just stealing away the game right in front of Damwon Kia. Canyon, I think, had to get out of the pit, as now the 5-man death march of DRX are moving towards Damwon Kia. Is this the Void Staff that Showmaker's put together? Certainly getting a lot of value. Now looks for the stun, finds it onto King in there on the backside. It's Khan looking pretty immune to damage here with his big Soul Furnace shield. And let's see, Beryl for the flanking play. Ghost not in position for a Fate's Call, as here is the Ornhorn. It goes completely wide though, and Beryl gets that flank. Bao eliminated immediately, and it was all a cunning ruse from Damwon Kia. There's the stunner to Solka. He is going to go down for it, unfortunately, on Beryl's side, as Canyon has already done so much damage in this fight, and Damwon Kia looking to just rout this squad of DRX. Pioshik, he's in the wrong spot. There is a bat coming through from King, and he's out. But Pioshik not going to be so lucky, and Damwon Kia will be gifted the Cloud Soul.
Okay, Canyon interface check.
Well, here's the Ornhorn. Not sure quite what they're fighting over, but Showmaker is definitely a great target to try and take down, and Bao gets his revenge as Showmaker does bite the dust. That Attract Repel stun was pretty good, but Becker is still going to fall down. And remember, there are multiple carries on this Damwon Kia lineup. Ghost pretty untouched. Canyon just at half health, and now it's a 3 versus 2 in favor of Damwon Kia. And yes, congratulations.
We're late into the game.
Yeah,
relatively. Yeah. It's been a bloodbath.
Well, Canyon, he's just diving on forward. There's another beautiful barrel, as the Ornn's only going to be able to call that round once. Showmaker once again is going to fall down, but now Ghost picks up a double kill. Bao is going to go down for the triple. Could this be the penta? I think it will be, as Ghost picks it up. Who said this guy wasn't a carry? He's come back and he's stolen the team fight.
But one of the other ones will carry, and this time it was Ghost. Beautiful kiting away on the Callista there. Bao and Solka gave it the roll, but in the end it was not enough. And Damwon Kia, second game, maybe not as clean, but that penta a definite highlight as they take the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, congratulations to Damwon Kia. They grab a clean 2-0 over DRX. But maybe G-Sun can let us know what they were talking about towards the end. As we have a look at the damage graph, it's a lot of damage once again to come out from Showmaker in that mid lane. I think Ghost had a great game himself. I mean, the Scion was an unkillable force from the top side of the map, but I think that Canyon was once again just the glue that held this team together.
It's just like it's everyone on Damwon Kia. I don't know, they're just so good, right? Like, and you kind of get caught up in it, and you see here like it's still humans. You can see that little blip on the gold graph, right? Like that Baron throw. It's not great, you know. Probably shouldn't happen. And it reminds you that even the best player or the best jungler at the moment in the world still is human. Mistakes happen. But when it comes down to it, and when the game actually needs to be won, Damwon Kia, to me, feel like the LCK teams of old. Where you
Thank you very much, guys. And Damwon Kia will be the first LCK team to get the 7th win of the split. Let's take a look at some of the major picks from Damwon Kia. They actually stick to some of the picks they used previously that DRX used in the previous game. Maybe Damwon Kia had the same setup for the red side play. But looking at the Victor versus Syndra matchup down on the mid lane, Showmaker won on both sides, and also Khan wasn't really great making that roam play down to the mid lane whenever he had his lane priority, or he even used his ultimate from the base, which means Khan is a player with a huge experience who knows how to play the tempo So I hope Foka can overcome this kind of a game because it was not on him. It was more like Khan doing a massive macro play by himself. And Damwon Kia is definitely really good at snowballing the lead as a team. Especially in the Herald fight, they were more focused in game, and Damwon Kia is picking up this well-deserved victory up against DRX. And Damwon Kia, even though they were really good, kind of snowballing throughout the game, but still DRX also was able to show their potentials up against the world champ. So we have a lot of highlights that we weren't really was able to see from previous matches. First, Ralph has stolen the Baron. It was even up against Kalista. Kalista is a champion that actually never allows the opponent to steal these objectives, but because we haven't seen Kalista for a while, maybe Ghost didn't have enough time to stack up the Ren stacks. So Rel was really lucky with that Baron still. Usually in the pro play, jungler and also the AD carry, especially this time around, Kalista go for the Smite and Ren together, but that didn't work perfectly this time around, and Pekka was able to seal that away. Kalista didn't have her second Mystic completed as well, so Kalista was not able to have the same damage output. And also, indeed, there weren't enough Ren stacks on the Baron as well. The DRX had a little bit more opening to turn the game around, but not enough to actually solidify their lead. And at the end of the mic check, the Ghost was able to pick up this Penta, and Damwon Kia players actually was saying, Ghost, you just got stolen that Baron in order to get this Penta, right? And Ghost was replying, was that too obvious? So let's take a look how he kind of carried this game-ending team fight. Even the Showmaker got popped, even from the get-go, Ghost was there in order to chunk down all the opponents. And Gragas has a really great synergy with this Kalista pick, so we saw the reason why they actually go for this Kalista-Gragas bottom duo. Even though they did got their Baron stolen, but still Kalista looks like a very strong pick, adding to the champion pool of Damwon Kia's bottom duo. That's really impressive, because Damwon Kia is a team that can also kind of pull off a very different champion pool. Damwon Kia, I think they have a lot more cards available, especially Senna, because Ghost was in the center of that meta, using the Senna as a supportive role. Even though Senna has changed a little bit in this meta, still we are looking forward to seeing that Senna pick coming out from Ghost in the upcoming series. Damwon Kia is having a huge win streak here in the LCK, and they have 10 win points on top of the board, and Showmaker will pick up this 6th POG on Syndra for game number 2. Showmaker, regardless of the champion matchup, he can always win lane. We saw that he also went up to the legendary status in this game, even though he got caught out in the very late game, but he was already too fed for the DRX players to deal with. You know, there are a lot of champions to ban away from Showmaker. Well, maybe it's time for the opponents to think of just bringing some counter strategy instead of just counter banning some of the key cards from Showmaker. Not only Showmaker performed well, but also Khan was showing his power of experience, the way he kind of played the tempo, and also Burrow with this massive cask and flank angles as a support player was really on point. So Damwon Kia, they well and truly deserve this victory, and they're now on top of the LCK standings, wrapping up week number 4. Burrow is really good at those melee engaged champions. And Showmaker is on top, tied up with Chovy with this POG word. And Khan is also in the 3rd place, right behind Showmaker and Chovy. So it's a really good sign for Damwon Kia that they have such strong players on the solo lanes. A bit of a split vote going over to support jungle as well. And also AD Carry was able to pick up the Penta, and Khan also made some fantastic roam down to the mid lane.